When we are talking about international licensing, everyone asks me the same question. Should I get my A&P or my Canadian AME license? Which one pays more? I have held both. Plus, I have worked for a long time in Colombia, for a little bit in the United States, and for a couple of years in Canada. Today, I am breaking it down, the real numbers, and more importantly, what those numbers actually feel like to live on. In the USA, aircraft mechanics earns a median salary of 78,000 a year. That's about 37 an hour, according to the latest Bureau of Labor Statistics data. Entry-level A&P mechanics usually start around 45,000 to 55,000, while experienced mechanic at airline, cargo carriers, and manufacturers reach 90,000 to 120,000 plus with overtime and shift premiums. The real jump is at the cargo carriers. Top of the scale pay at FedEx Express is around 74.60 an hour. That's about 155,000 a year. And UPS is close behind at 73.79 an hour, roughly 153,000. Both take about 5 to 6 years to reach, and with overtime, chip differentials, and profit shading, experienced cargo mechanics regularly clear 200,000 in total compensation. In Canada, the picture is more modest on paper. The average AME salary is about 77,000 a year, roughly 37 an hour, with top earners reporting up to 128,000. Federal job data breaks it down further. Mechanical assistants AME typically earn between 25 and 52 an hour, while avionists specialized AMEs earn between 26 and 57, 58 an hour. Now let's know, because I know a lot of you watching are not in the USA or Canada. In Colombia, the average aircraft mechanic salary is around 11,000, 12,000 a year. In Brazil, it could be lower, around 8 to 9,000 to 10,000 USD a year. In India, the average AME salary is around 8,300 USD a year at entry to mid-level, but that changes a lot with experience. I have heard that AME or senior AMEs, especially with dual licensing or are still in the Middle East, can reach 48,000 a year. So on paper, North America wins by a wide margin. I understand. Cost of living in Bogota, Sao Paulo, or Mumbai is not anywhere close to USA or Canadian levels, but I think real gap is what those numbers suggest. However, those are the numbers, but numbers alone don't tell you what it's actually like to live on that salary in that country. I have worked in more than one of these systems, so let me tell you what the numbers don't show you. Here is my honest experience. Having lived both sides of this, in Colombia and South America, actually I had one of the highest AME salaries you could get, plus free flight benefits, food, laundry, and more, which sounds amazing on paper, but the reality was saving money and actually traveling and enjoying those free tickets was hard. The discretionary money was left after the basics was very tight. You have the benefit, but not always the freedom to use it. In Canada, it's different. Obviously, it depends on your personal situation, but for me, the overall work environment in Canada has been the best I experienced. And here's the bigger thing: the possibility of actually getting a job that fits what you want goes up exponentially. You get to choose your schedule, the type of work, your niche within aviation. The options are just wider. And it's not only about the job itself. There are other things about Canada that I genuinely love. The nature is incredible. The healthcare is universal. Yes, you pay for it through your taxes, but it's there for everybody, no matter your job or your income. That's a real difference from the United States system, and it's something that adds to overall quality of life beyond just the paycheck. If you're trying to figure out which path, FAA A&P or Canadian AME license, makes sense for your career, I've got a free guide breaking down licensing requirements at globalaircraftcareers.com. Comment guide and I will send it to you. Thanks for watching. See you later.